No hug. High five. High wing. Whoa! All right, Redbird. I am so excited to see you. How? I'm Miss Rogers from Guidance. I'll bet you remember that, right? Thanks. It's great to see you too, old buddy. You've been around for a long time. Alton High is a really old school. Not that you're really old, because this looks like a pretty new set of wings you got here. I know you're excited about the 2014-15 school year, right? This year that we've had Redbird Nest has done a fantastic job again, and the teams have done a great job. Our basketball and our football and volleyball, everything. Academic scores are up. Students are studying harder than ever, right? Oh! And using writing instruments. Can you grab that in your wing? Okay, here we go. All right. Redbird, I'm just going to tell you, you know we've had a lot of talks in the past, right? Sports and academics and everything. Well, this day, it's time for the talk. We're going to talk about registration. Registration! So our freshmen right now are going to be our sophomores next year. And they need to know about classes and everything that they need to do and all the available things that are open to them. So even though it seems like it's really soon for that kind of thing, it's really not, because we're already halfway through the school year right now. Let's take a cut on this. We'll be back in a moment. Oh, Redbird, look at you looking like that bird on the mural. You look great, as always, in fine form. Well, let's go back to registration. I know that you know that registration is a very, very serious subject. We have to take great care, and students have to take great care in making sure they have the right classes, because students need to make sure they have all their prerequisites met, which means a class that they need before they take something else. There might be a class that they need for junior or senior year, but if they don't know about it for sophomore year and they don't have it, then they can't take the class junior year. We call that a prerequisite. So we want to make sure that's all taken care of. And students may need to know what NCAA qualification classes are. So we need to make sure that they have those right classes. We also need to make sure that the students, if they want to take dual credit classes, are enrolled in those dual credit classes, because we have students that come out of Alton High School with perhaps 5, 10, 15, 20 credits from college, which are, guess how much they cost here at the high school? Nothing. Nothing. They are free college credit because it's a dual credit class. So we want to make sure, if students want that, we want to make sure that they're all involved in those classes too. We in Guidance suggest leaving all doors open at Alton High School, because you never know what's going to come along your junior or senior year. So you want to make sure all the opportunities still are lying before you. We call those the doors of opportunity. Redbird, here we are again. Now we're in your gym, Alton High Redbird Gym. And I'll bet you're still wondering, why are we having this kind of registration talk at this time of year when it seems like it's only halfway through the freshman year? Well, does it seem too early? A little bit too early? Well, let me have you think about this. Do you remember how quick things went from the beginning of school? Do you remember, it seems like it was just almost yesterday when we were all sweltering in that hot summer heat and sun. And guess what happened? Time flew away. Not to steal your word, but time flew away. There we are, flew away. And all of a sudden, just like that, here we are halfway through freshman year. So things move very quickly at the high school level, don't they? And we want all of our sophomores, and yes, I'm talking about the freshmen who will be the sophomores, to be ready, right? So Redbird and all of your friends, you really do soar above the rest. Let's get started on registration. Hi again, class of 2018. This is Lynn Rogers from the Guidance Department. I know we just had a chat with the Redbird, and I wanted to show you this beautiful Redbird if you've not seen him in the library. He's from class I don't know, 1800s or 1920s. I would like to get you ready for registration for your sophomore year. You're going to have tools that will be in your English class, and the tools that you'll have are the course description guide. You'll have a couple hard copies in each one of the English classes available. You'll also have a registration form, and you'll also have the honors permission form, which will be initiated by your teacher, whether it's English or science or math. And then you'll also have an early bird form, which is available to you. And the early bird form is if you decide to take Mr. Haug's Modern European History class, which is for Honors Challenge credit. We'll talk more about that in just a little bit. In the course description guide, and I want to make sure that we talk about this a lot, this is going to be online very soon, probably the end of December, beginning of January, but I'm thinking the end of December. In here you'll have graduation requirements from Alton High School. There's course descriptions by each department. It's jam-packed full, and this very booklet is online. It will be online, like I said, at the end of December. The honors program is described in here, and the honors courses that we have, in addition to NCAA approved courses, in addition to dual credit classes where you earn high school credit, but not only high school credit, you earn free college credit right along with high school credit, and you come out of high school with maybe 6, 10, 20. We have students that have waived their whole entire freshman year because they've had the college credits offered for here for free while they've taken high school. We also have college entrance information and advanced placement course descriptions, and much, much more. It's filled with all sorts of things. In addition to even a lot more information than that on the guidance webpage under many of the different tabs that are there. So be sure to click on the large rectangle and go to each one of the small sections, because it's like a rabbit hole. There's just tons of information on each one of those sections, in addition to a sophomore section. Once you go to altonschools.org, just scroll down, and on the left-hand side you'll see a guidance tab, and click on that. That'll take you right to the guidance webpage. Now back to registration and to this form, which we're going to be, I'll kind of help guide you fill this out. The first section we're going to talk about is English, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Hi Redbirds, we're going to talk about English right now. And on English, I would like you to put that on line 1. That doesn't mean you'll have it first hour, it just means that's our first item of business is English. And then we'll go to the other subjects after that. Here we are in the English book room. Look at all these lovely, lovely books in here. So let me tell you what happens with English as far as sophomores. There's really only two choices. The first choice is College Prep English 2 or College Prep English 2 Honors. That's really it. And once again, you'll just need that honors form signed by your English teacher if the English teacher initiates it. And then the form will be signed not only by your teacher, but by your parent or guardian and yourself. On to the next one. Redbirds, hi. I was just trying to do a little bit of trigonometry. Sorry, but you realize that I also have for big mistakes. This eraser wasn't big enough. Okay, on to the math section. Whoop. Oh, here we go. Okay, we are on the second blank right here. That's what we're going to reserve for the math section. Math is really pretty simple. There's really only 3 choices that we have, and let me just get my paper out right here. Algebra Concepts 1 is going to go to Algebra Concepts 2. Algebra 1 will go to Geometry, and Geometry will go to Algebra 2. Now, of course, we have the option of honors in not only Geometry, but also Algebra 2. Just make sure you have the honors form signed by your teacher, your current teacher this year. They will make that recommendation for you. And the only other thing that I'm going to add is that in Algebra Concepts 1, if you have an A and you have a great work ethic and things are going wonderfully for you in Algebra Concepts 1, there is an option that we will have in the fall where you can take Algebra Concepts 2 Accelerated along with Geometry. The Algebra Concepts 2 Accelerated lasts only half a year, which will go till Christmas, and Geometry you'll take the whole entire year. That would be only based on teacher recommendation. That's it for math. Oh, hey Redbirds, just mixing up a little potion here up in the science lab. Safety first, goggles and everything. Let me just talk about registration for science. First line, you're going to have English. Second line, you're going to have math. Third line, you're going to have science. Science comes with a few different options for you for sophomore year. The first option will be Intro to Physical Science A and B. A is a pre-chemistry class, B is a pre-physics class. You also have a choice of doing chemistry or chemistry honors. And just be sure to have the honors form signed by your current biology teacher if you're wanting to do the chemistry honors. The other option is to have biology. If for some reason that didn't go so well in the freshman year, we have another class that you can take of biology to make sure that you're successful in that before you go on to IPS A or B or chemistry. Thanks so much, and now we're going to talk about some other options. Decisions. The question mark. Since the dawn of man and woman, it has been the daunting thing that has perplexed people beyond belief. What to do? What to take? What to wear? Today I had to make the decision on this fashion statement. Should I wear this tie or not? And I decided to do it. But then students, sophomores, what you'll need to do is decide what to put on lines 4, 5, and 6. Is it that you want to take auto safety? Do you have 5 or more credits to take auto safety? Do you need to take more PE? Do you need to take health, communicating, more social studies to make sure that you're ready for a 4-year school, so you'll have 3 years of social studies under your belt by the time you're a senior? Do you have an interest in welding or basic auto? Or do you want to take foreign language? Or are you interested in acting or music classes, band, choir, orchestra? How about business classes? What about art classes? We have a huge array of art classes. Maybe ROTC, you can always start as a sophomore. Maybe you're interested in doing community service because you'd like to make sure that you're prepared for your senior year, for after graduation, for your post-high school dreams. How about clubs and organizations, and of course sports? So you have a lot of decisions to make. All of those don't go on lines 4, 5, and 6, but I'm just talking about a full encompassing high school career. So you have a lot of decisions to make for this next year. Thank you for this section, and one more piece to go. Hello again, sophomores. This poster is everything. You are the future. Prepare yourself. We have so many options for you here at Alton High School. Be sure to watch the videos and the PowerPoints that we have posted online for you for your registration opportunities and the choices that you have available to you for next year. You are considered sophomores for registration, even though you're called freshmen right now. So for right now, anything that has to do with your freshman year, you'll deal with your freshman counselor. Anything to do with your sophomore year, you'll deal with your sophomore counselor. We in guidance will be seeing you in your English classes coming up in January, and we will answer any questions that you have. We'll be there a couple different times. Be sure to have all your questions ready for us and have your forms filled out. Please check the guidance website for updates and for upcoming events. We have one just for sophomores. We have a sophomore information night coming up January 6th at 5:30 in the auditorium. We hope to see you there. Have great success and have a wonderful sophomore year. Thank you.